All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a bird that looks like it walked straight out of the dinosaur age, but is facing some very modern problems. I'm talking about the shoebill. Just look at this thing, seriously. It can stand almost 5 feet tall, and you'll find it lurking in the swamps of East Africa. And that bill, it's shaped exactly like a shoe, hence the name. But it's the stare, right? That intense, almost prehistoric glare. It's just unforgettable. It definitely has a presence. So you see a bird like that, and you can't help but wonder, is it as dangerous as it looks? Come on. That's the first question that pops into your head, right? Okay, so let's get right into it. Is this a prehistoric predator we should be worried about? Well, here's the first surprise. The answer is no. Despite that killer look and their sheer size, they are not aggressive towards humans at all. Actually, it's quite the opposite. These are pretty shy, solitary creatures. They like their peace and quiet, and honestly, they want nothing to do with us. They actively try to stay away from people. And get this, if you do happen to disturb one, its first instinct isn't to attack, it's to leave. They'll just fly away. No confrontation, no aggression. They'd rather just get out of there. So to put a fine point on it, this quote says it all. These remarkable birds pose no threat to us at all. That whole idea of the dangerous shoebill? Yeah, it's just a myth. Okay, so if it's not some kind of monster, what is it really? Well, that brings us to the real story of this gentle giant. See, the whole conversation gets flipped on its head here. The real story isn't about the danger from the shoebill, it's about the danger to the shoebill. And this is official. According to the IUCN Red Data List, which is kind of the gold standard for this stuff, the shoebill's status is vulnerable. What does that mean? It means there's a very real high risk that it could go extinct in the wild. So what's going on? What's pushing this incredible, ancient bird to the brink? Let's take a look at the actual threats. And when you look at the numbers, it's not good. In all of its main homes, the population is dropping. Look at South Sudan. It holds somewhere between 50 and 80% of all the shoebills in the world. So what happens there basically determines the fate of the entire species. Okay, so the threats are coming from all sides. The biggest one, fire. Often set for farming, and it just wipes out their nests. Then you've got the usual suspect, habitat loss. But for a bird that's so solitary and slow to have babies, even small things like fishermen getting too close or livestock wandering through can be a huge problem. And as if that's not enough, there's a really nasty illegal trade for their eggs and chicks, selling them to private collectors. But it's not all doom and gloom. There is hope. There's actually a big, coordinated international plan in place to try and save the shoebill. So let's see what that looks like. This isn't just a few people trying their best. This is a full-blown international single-species action plan. Think of it like a strategic blueprint designed from the ground up with one goal: protect the shoebill. And something like this only works if everyone is on board. You've got the big international groups handling the funding and the big picture strategy. You have national governments stepping in with laws and protection. Local organizations are on the ground doing the research and monitoring. And maybe most importantly, you have the local communities themselves, who are vital for things like ecotourism and day-to-day protection. So what's the game plan? Well, it boils down to 4 key things. 1, find and protect new places for them to live. 2, get the word out and make people aware of what's happening. 3, do more research so we can fill in the gaps in what we know about them. And 4, make the laws stronger to keep them safe from human disturbance. So think about where we started. We went from looking at this bird as some kind of scary predator to understanding it's actually this incredibly vulnerable species that desperately needs our help. It's a total flip. And that really leaves us with one big question to chew on, doesn't it? The shoebill story is its own, for sure, but the challenges it faces, we see those everywhere. So what does the fate of this one single ancient bird really tell us about our own impact and our responsibility to protect all the other unique and irreplaceable creatures on this planet?